Welcome to the Columbus Foundation and to the celebration of Philanthropy 2023. We're set up to honor our awardees. Welcome again. We're ready.
Hi, I'm Marshall Moore, member of the Columbus Foundation Governing Committee, and I'm joined by Dan Sharp, Vice President of Community Research and Grants Management.
Thanks, Marshall. For more than a century, Jewish Family Services has been a compassionate source of care, support, and hope in our community. Through its many services and programs, Jewish Family Services has lifted up thousands of individuals and families, helping our neighbors achieve economic self-sufficiency, improve their well-being, and live their lives with dignity.
In recognition of the vital role this organization plays in bringing stability to immigrants, refugees, and others in our region, we are excited to announce that Jewish Family Services has been selected as the 2023 honoree of the Columbus Foundation Award. Created in 1986, the Columbus Foundation Award recognizes organizations that have made a difference in the quality of life in our community. To talk more about Jewish Family Services, we're excited to welcome the organization's CEO, Karen Mosenter.
Karen, for those that are not familiar with Jewish Family Services, how do you describe the mission and the work that you do in the community?
The mission of Jewish Family Services is to help individuals and families achieve economic self-sufficiency and emotional stability. We work with individuals who are facing challenges in life, and so we're helping them uncover what those challenges are, set their own personal goals, and then we empower them to make progress toward achieving their goals. And we do that for people from all across the community. You know, our name sometimes makes people think that we only serve the Jewish community, and that is not the case at all. We have clients from every zip code in Franklin County, from all different races, religions, genders, different economic circumstances, and walks of life. Our staff, too, reflects that diversity. Our staff, our board, because that's really critical. When people come to us, it's because they're facing a challenge, and it is never easy to ask for help. So when they walk through our doors, we want to make sure that we have a very welcoming environment, that we have staff members that understand the backgrounds and the culture and the languages and the circumstances of the people that we're working with, so that they feel comfortable and so that they come into an environment where they are treated with compassion and with dignity and feel empowered.
Wonderful. Your organization has been part of the community for more than 100 years. What has this longevity meant to the individuals and families you serve, as well as the community?
We're 115 years old this year. You don't get that far without really establishing a strong base and stability, and that comes from a lot of trusted relationships with community partners like the Columbus Foundation, with public sector, private sector, with businesses, and with a lot of community nonprofits that we work with. And also trusted relationships with the communities that we're serving through our services. We need to understand where they're coming from and their needs, so we want their voices to be heard, and we want them to participate in finding solutions to the problems that they're facing and that our community is facing. We're also very proud that our longevity means that we have had 115 years of impact in the community. In just the last year alone, we helped 600 people get jobs, and they earned salaries that generated on an annual basis $26 million. So those are people who are contributing to our local economy. They are paying taxes, they have health insurance, they don't need to rely on public benefits. They are spending in local businesses and maybe starting their own businesses. So often, nonprofits like Jewish Family Services are viewed as do-gooders, and we do a lot of good. You know, that's of course true and really important, but we're also economic engines.
Could you elaborate a little bit more specifically on the programs and services the organization delivers?
One of the major ones that I referenced is workforce development. That is helping people find jobs and helping companies find talent. And that includes jobs from entry level all the way to the C-suite. And we're helping companies really access and train and hire and retain from a much more diverse workforce than maybe they've had in the past. Another part is a variety of family stabilization services and supports that we provide. That includes mental health counseling, one-on-one financial counseling, case management, and resource navigation, which is really helping people connect to community resources. We help older adults and their families and caregivers navigate challenges related to aging, and we help volunteers give back to the community. And we take a lot of pride in the fact that our services are integrated across our different program areas, because we know that people's needs and their challenges are all connected.
Jewish Family Services was initially established to assist newly arriving Jewish immigrants and refugees in Central Ohio. Today, the organization serves a diverse client base that includes both Jewish and non-Jewish communities. How have Jewish Family Services' mission and values shaped the organization's approach to serving a broader community?
We are still grounded in Jewish values. And those are values that really tie us all together. Our board, our staff. Our staff and our board include people from many different religious traditions. But we're all united by these Jewish values that are really universal values that we all share. Maybe the most primary value is in recognizing the inherent dignity and value of each individual. And another value that drives our work is that of tzedek, which means justice. In the Jewish tradition, it is an act of tzedek and an obligation to help people in need. It's a Jewish value to do this work because the Jewish people at many times throughout history have also been the subjects of persecution and deprivation, have been considered less than or the other. So it's a very Jewish value to do work that brings people together, that tries to increase understanding and divisiveness and build community. That helps us advance another Jewish value, that of tikkun olam, which means to repair the world.
The theme of this year's celebration of philanthropy focuses on how we as a community ready ourselves for the future. How would you describe the ways in which your organization is helping ready our community for the opportunities and challenges ahead?
The work that we do at Jewish Family Services is really well suited to help the community address the challenges that we know Central Ohio is facing. We're helping prepare a workforce for the jobs that need to be filled today and for the jobs that are coming in the future, and we're helping employers attract, retain, understand a more diverse workforce. Another area in which we are preparing for future challenges is the services that we provide to older adults and their families and caregivers, helping them develop aging in place strategies and to navigate issues related to aging. And another important area that we're working in, and one in which the Columbus Foundation is very involved in, is digital inclusion. For people to participate in society, they really need to have access to the internet, they need technology, and they need the skills to effectively and safely use those tools. And we know this is a need that will only accelerate in the years to come.
Karen, thank you for sharing more about the incredible impact of your organization to the many volunteers, staff, board members, and supporters of Jewish Family Services. We extend our sincere gratitude for all that you do to strengthen our community. Congratulations on being selected as the 2023 recipient of the Columbus Foundation Award.